The case you're about to see and the characters portrayed are fictional, but the procedure is legally accurate. The characters are played by actors, but the jury is selected from members of the general public. Wilson James is in court today charged with willful damage to property and burglary and theft. He's accused of taking 3 cassette tapes and a lady's electric razor from the window of Nazim Khan's shop in Albert Road. This case is one of several of a similar nature as a result of riots in the streets of Fulchester on the night of June the 10th.
What is your religion?
I am a Muslim.
Take the Quran in your right hand and read aloud the words from the card.
I take this oath on the Holy Quran, believing in the Holy Quran as God's true word, believing in the true God above us, and that whatsoever I tell this court will be the truth.
Mr. Khan, you are the owner of a hardware shop at number 12 Albert Road, Fulchester.
Hardware and electrical goods.
Oh, yes.
Last year, I opened a whole new department for electrical goods and musical equipment. I broke through the wall myself, and now my shop is twice as big. I have tapes, radios, record players.
Now then, Mr. Khan, you have owned this business for 12 years, I believe.
12 years, yes, that is right. I built it up myself from nothing. I came here with my wife, my son, and some money, not much. I bought a shop. That shop, it was not very much. It was very run down.
And in those 12 years, has your business prospered?
Oh, yes. I now have a big shop and 3 sons. All was going very well until he caused trouble.
Now, Mr. Khan, will you cast your mind back to the night of 10th of June?
Oh, my God. That's a night I won't forget.
That's a night when there was trouble.
Oh, yes. That was a bad night for me.
Your Honor?
Yes, I think we should just stick to plain facts as far as possible, Mr. Creedy.
Very good, Your Honor. Now then, Mr. Khan, on the night in question, on the night of 10th of June, what was the first indication that you had that all was not well in your shop?
That night?
Yes.
That night, there was trouble all around, in all the streets around. My neighbor had put up wood, big sheets of wood, to cover his window. My wife said I should also, but wood costs money. I had hoped all would be well, but now I wish I should have known.
Mr. Khan, I must ask you to stick to the facts. Tell us what actually happened. This court is not the place to discuss what might have happened. Rather, we are here to discover as precisely as possible what exactly did happen. So, if we might return to the shop, Mr. Creeley.
With pleasure, Your Honor. Now, Mr. Khan, on the night in question, were you in your shop?
Yes, I stayed in the shop to keep an eye open. I was afraid there would be trouble. People were saying he had been looking in my window.
Oh, you had seen the accused earlier in the day, had you?
Yes, earlier that evening with his friends. They were looking in my window, pointing at things, laughing, saying what they would have.
And where were you at that time?
Oh, I was in the shop, but behind a stand. They were all in a row, looking, laughing, pointing. I was afraid, so I stayed behind the stand.
Could they see you?
No, but I could see them, choosing what they would have, looking at my goods and planning to steal them.
Your Honor.
Yes, I think we should stick to what we actually know, Mr. Khan. Did you simply see them looking in your shop window, or did you have any reason to believe they intended to steal from it?
I heard them say, "I'll take that."
Ah, who did you hear say that?
Him.
Ah.
Your Honor. Mr. Khan, did you stay in your shop all evening?
Yes, I did.
Until you called the police? What time was that?
It was very late. It was about 1:45 in the morning.
And what made you call the police, Mr. Khan?
The noise. I heard the window break.
I see. And were you still in the shop at that time?
Oh, I had gone into the kitchen for a minute. I was worried for my wife and for my sons.
Now, Mr. Khan, can I just make this clear for the benefit of the court? The kitchen that you speak of is at the back of your shop, I believe.
Yes, it is built on. I was talking to my wife when I heard the noise, so I ran back into the kitchen.
You ran back into the shop?
Yes, sir, into the shop.
You ran back into the shop. Was that straight away?
Yes. I told my wife to take the boys upstairs and to go there and stay there with them. Then I came back into the shop. I was afraid, but I returned. You see, 12 years I've had this business.
Well, what did you see, Mr. Khan?
Oh, the window was broken. There was glass on the goods, bits of glass.
Yes.
And I saw a hand.
Where did you see this hand?
In my window, taking my things. I shouted, "Thief, thief, stop thief, police."
Are these the goods? These will be Exhibit 1, Your Honor. Now, Mr. Khan, are these the goods?
Yes, these are the goods.
Thank you. And did you see anything in particular being taken?
Yes, I saw him take the razor.
A razor. And what happened then?
The thief was frightened. He ran away.
And did you run after him?
Yes, I did, but he was too quick for me. I had to open the door, but I saw him running down the street, but I couldn't catch him.
No.
But I saw him, and I know who it was.
And did you see this man again?
Yes, I did. The next day in the police station.
That was at an identification parade, Your Honor.
Very good, Mr. Creedy.
So, and on that occasion, at the identification parade, you picked this man out as having been the one that you had seen on the previous evening running away from your shop.
Yes, I did. He was the one.
Now, Mr. Khan, I put it to you, and answer this carefully. Are you sure of that?
Yes, I am sure.
Thank you, Mr. Khan. That will be all.
Mr. Khan, I'm sure we all sympathize with you for the shock and loss that you've suffered.
Oh?
Particularly since this isn't the first trouble you've had, is it?
No. The week before, people were running in the streets, throwing things and stealing.
Well, I wasn't thinking so much of the rioting the previous weekend. I was thinking of trouble in your particular shop. Is it the case that about 3 weeks before the date of this alleged incident, you on the morning of the 24th of May, to be precise, you called the police to your shop?
Yes, I did.
Would you kindly tell the court why you did that?
It was the boys, troublemakers. 4 of them, 5 of them, sometimes 6 and 8 of them. They would come into my shop every day. Every day they would play my records, but they never buy. They have no job, so they have no money with which to buy. They fill up the shop so the other customers don't come in.
Do I understand that you called the police to throw young people who were playing gramophone records out of your shop?
No, sir, not really. No. You see, they would not go away when I asked them myself. I asked them several times. They were very rude to me and to my wife. She was afraid.
Mr. Khan, was the accused one of the young men involved in this incident?
Him? Yes, he was.
So when you saw him at this identification parade, you could have recognized him from that occasion.
Him, I know him. He is always causing trouble.
Indeed, it might even be said that you have a long-standing grievance against him.
Look, he is bad. Why does he want to do these things?
Mr. Khan, according to what you've told us, you heard the window break, and then you stopped to console and protect your wife, yeah?
She was very frightened.
And then you went into the shop. What time was it?
Oh, it was nearly 1 o'clock in the morning.
So it was dark.
Of course it was dark. They come in the dark.
And what you saw was a hand in your window.
I have already said the hand in my window. In my window. The thief stealing my goods. Thief! Thief!
Mr. Khan, I really must ask you to restrain yourself. It is not yet proven that this man is your thief. You see, under the English system of law, a man is innocent until proved guilty.
You tell me that when I saw him. I saw him taking my things.
Mr. Rockwell?
No, Mr. Khan. You saw a hand. And then, according to your own testimony, you saw the back of a running man. Rather inadequate grounds on which to make so positive an identification, I'd have thought.
That is because you don't know. You don't live with us. I know who took my things.
Thank you, Mr. Khan.
You may stand down, Mr. Khan.
Yes, I call Police Constable John Robertshaw.
C410, Police Constable John Robertshaw, Fulchester Central Police Station.
Constable, you were on duty in the Albert Road area of Fulchester on the night of June the 10th.
That's right, sir. It was an extra duty. We were all on call.
Will you tell the court why?
We were expecting trouble. There'd been trouble the previous week. Damage to property, disorderly behaviour, looting. A couple of places set on fire.
What might be called rioting.
Yes, sir. And there was talk, rumours, threats, that it was going to happen again.
Threats?
Well, statements had been made to the press by certain young people that they were going to be out on the streets causing trouble. Having a bit of fun, they called it. Well, unfortunately, we were unable to get identification from the reporters concerned.
So you were on duty that night expecting to have to prevent more trouble of that kind?
That's right, sir.
What was the first intimation you had of this particular incident that we are here to examine?
May I?
Are those notes you made about the incident, officer?
Yes, sir.
When were they made up?
When I got back to the station, sir, after arresting the accused. Well, straight after, sir.
Any objection, Mr. Rockwell?
No, Your Honour.
Carry on.
At 1 a.m. on the night of June 10th, 11th, I was in a patrol car with my colleague, Police Constable Meredith, in Lawson Street, Fulchester. That's the road that runs parallel to the back of Albert Road.
Yes. Were you there for any particular reason?
Yes, sir. At approximately 12:50 a.m., we'd received a call on the car radio asking us to proceed to the area as the result of a report from Mr. Nazim Khan that his shop had been broken into.
And you were on your way there?
Yes, sir, but we stopped.
Why?
Well, to investigate on foot. As we were proceeding down Lawson Street, I thought I spotted a figure hiding in a doorway. So I asked my colleague to stop the car. I got out and looked around. Just as I was about to re-enter the car, I saw the accused.
Wait a minute, what about this figure in the doorway?
A courting couple, sir.
Oh, I see. Well, anyway, the fact is that you were outside of your car when you saw the accused.
I saw the accused come around the corner from Nuttall Street. That's the street that joins Albert Road with Lawson Street, and he was coming from the Albert Road direction. Well, I shouted to him and started to walk towards him. He at once turned tail and ran away.
He turned tail and ran away. What happened then?
Well, I gave chase. He ran back round the corner into Nuttall Street, and I followed. Well, just as I got to the corner, I saw him turn right into a little back alley. I followed until I got level with the entrance to the alley. It's a cul-de-sac.
So, may the witness see the photograph, please? This will be Exhibit 2, Your Honour.
Is this agreed, Mr. Rockwell?
Yes, Your Honour.
Now, Constable, have a look at that photograph. Is that the alley that we're talking about, the cul-de-sac?
Yes, sir.
And what is the lighting like in the photograph?
Well, there's plenty of street lamps on.
And on the night in question, was the lighting good enough for you to see quite clearly what was going on?
Oh, yes, sir. I saw the accused engaged in a struggle with Mr. Arthur Jenkins.
Mr. Arthur Jenkins will be called as our next witness, Your Honour.
Very good, Mr. Creeley.
Now, what happened next?
Well, I walked up the alley and seized the accused by both arms. That was to stop him struggling. He turned round and began to use abusive language. "Oh, it's the bleeding pigs, I might have known. Why don't you piss off and mind your own business instead of picking me up?" Well, I cautioned him and asked him and Mr. Jenkins to accompany me to the patrol car.
Yes, and at that time, did you notice anything particular about the accused's physical condition?
Well, he was very out of breath.
Yeah.
And he had a cut on his hand. It was bleeding. It looked as if it might have been done on some broken glass.
A broken window, for example?
Your Honour, how can the constable give an opinion of that kind?
Yes, do you intend to call medical evidence about this cut, Mr. Greeley?
No, Your Honour.
Well, in that case, I don't think it at all appropriate for a witness to speculate about how it was caused.
As Your Honour pleases. Constable, was the accused carrying anything at this time?
Not at that time, sir.
No. Where were the stolen goods discovered?
At the entrance to the alley, sir. After accompanying the prisoner and the witness to the car, I had a look round. I discovered a green plastic bag lying on the ground, a carrier bag bearing the words, "Blunts for fish."
This one?
Yes, sir.
This will be Exhibit 3, Mr. Greeley?
Indeed, Your Honour. Was there anything in the bag?
Yes, sir. When examined, the bag contained 3 cassette tapes and a lady's electric razor.
3 cassette tapes and a lady's electric razor. Exhibit 1, please. Are these there?
Yes, sir.
And let us be clear, Constable, you found this bag as a result of a routine search, did you?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Constable.
Constable, when you were standing by your car in Lawson Street, it was night, wasn't it? What time was it?
1 a.m., sir.
So, street lamps or not, it was dark.
Oh, well, it wasn't so bad. It was summer.
But night. And if we're to believe the meteorological report, a cloudy night.
If it says so.
How long was the person you saw standing on the corner of Lawson Street there before he turned back again?
A minute or two.
Do you mean a minute or two? I've just counted 5 seconds. 1 minute would be 12 times longer than that.
It wasn't as long as that, then. Just a second or two.
Oh, a second or two? Not very long to recognize someone, is it?
Well, I chased him and caught him, so I knew it was him.
But before that, you recognized him, if we're to believe the testimony you've just given. I saw the accused come round the corner. Did you, in fact, see the accused?
As a matter of fact, I did recognize him. I'd had trouble with him before. He used to pester Mr. Khan.
Oh, so you and Mr. Khan had trouble with him before. Was that to do with the playing of gramophone records?
It was to do with that, yes.
So there's a bit of a feud between you and Mr. Khan on the one hand and the accused on the other, is there?
I wouldn't say that.
Do be careful, Mr. Rockwell. I can't see that such a conclusion is proper.
Very sorry, Your Honour. Now, perhaps we could say that this young man had been making a bit of a nuisance of himself in the neighborhood.
You can say that, yes.
Instead of finding himself something better to do.
Well, that's right. Well, don't tell me they couldn't find something better to do. Idle, that's what they are. They should get up off their backsides. There's plenty needs doing.
That'll do, Constable.
Very sorry, sir.
You don't seem to like my client very much, Constable.
Personal opinions don't interfere with the conduct of my job, sir.
Ah. Now, where exactly did you say the plastic bag, Exhibit 3, was found?
At the entrance to the alley, sir, at the side.
Inside or outside the entrance?
Inside, sir, near the entrance.
Near the entrance? Near enough to have been thrown in from the street?
I suppose so.
It could have been thrown in by anybody who went down Nuttall Street, could it?
I suppose so.
They wouldn't necessarily have had to enter the alley to leave it there.
No. No, I suppose not.
Thank you, Constable.
I call Mr. Arthur Jenkins.
What is your religion?
CV.
Take the Bible in your right hand and read aloud the words from the card.
I swear by Almighty God that the evidence I shall give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
You are Mr. Arthur Jenkins, and you live at number 14, Smith Street, Fulchester.
That's right.
You lived there long, Mr. Jenkins?
Since the day I was married, going on 30 years.
I believe Smith Street is quite near Albert Road.
That's right, 2 streets away.
Yes. So you know the area quite well?
I was born and brought up there. It used to be a very nice area.
Yes. Mr. Jenkins, will you tell the court why you were out on the streets on the night the offences were committed?
Well, I thought somebody should keep an eye on things, try to do something to stop what was going on. I mean, when you live in a place all your life, you don't like to see it go down.
No. What were you afraid might happen that night?
Oh, trouble, stealing, throwing things, vandalism. Everybody was talking about it in the shops and the pubs. It was even in the paper.
And what were you hoping to do, Mr. Jenkins?
Well, what I could, help. Perhaps talk to one or two of the youngsters if I got a chance. Some of them have still got sense, some of them will still listen. Or, well, walk home with people. You know, young girls, old ladies. I mean, some of the women in my street are afraid to go out, you know. I mean, one of my neighbours has been mugged. I mean, she's 70 years old, an old age pensioner mugged, I ask you.
Yes, it would help the court, Mr. Jenkins, if you could keep to the point when giving your evidence.
Oh, yeah, yes.
This kind of thing distresses you, Mr. Jenkins?
Well, naturally. What do you think? It used to be such a nice neighbourhood.
Yes, quite. Now, would you tell the court when it was that you first saw the accused?
Well, just before the copper got him.
And where were you at that time, Mr. Jenkins?
I was in this alley. It's off Nuttall Street, between Lawson Street and Albert Road.
At the back of the shops, in fact.
That's right.
I wonder if you would mind telling the court how you came to be in that alley at that time.
Well, you see, it's like this.
Yes?
I'd gone to answer a call of nature.
You'd gone into the alley to find a private place in which to relieve yourself.
That's right. There are no public toilets there, you know. I think there should be, but there aren't. They'd probably be vandalised if there were.
And you had just finished, you'd finished when you saw the accused.
Yeah, that's right. I was just coming out of the alley and I heard this shout, and suddenly this darky came flying round the corner. He was running away.
Now, what made you think he was running away?
Well, you could tell he looked scared. He saw me and he stopped. He said, "Oh, my God, get out of the way. The police are after me."
You heard him say, "The police are after me."
Yeah, I did.
What happened next?
Well, I grabbed him, didn't I? Give the copper a chance. I thought he was not getting away with this.
Did he struggle?
Oh, he tried to. He tried to get away. But just as well I didn't have to hold him long. He's bigger than me. But I held on to him until the copper come. It's a citizen's arrest, they call it. Doing my duty.
Thank you, Mr. Jenkins. Oh, just one more small matter. When you first saw the accused, was he carrying anything?
Oh, he was.
What was that?
A bag. Plastic carrier bag. He had the loot in it.
Would you recognize that bag again?
I would.
Is that the bag, Mr. Jenkins?
It is.
Now, did you see what he did with the bag?
Oh, yes, I did. He threw it down the side of the alley by the dustbin trying to get rid of it.
Now, you're sure? You're absolutely sure of that, Mr. Jenkins?
Well, of course I'm sure. I saw it with my own eyes. I didn't come here and swear on the Bible and tell a lie, did I?
Of course you didn't. Thank you, Mr. Jenkins.
The case of the Queen versus James will be resumed tomorrow in the Crown Court. case you're about to see and the characters portrayed are fictional, but the procedure is legally accurate. The characters are played by actors, but the jury is selected from members of the general public. Wilson James is accused of breaking a shop window and of stealing 3 cassette tapes and a lady's electric razor during a night of street riots in the Albert Road area of Fulchester. Mr. Arthur Jenkins, a local citizen, was present when the accused was arrested. He has given evidence about how he helped the police at the time of that arrest. The defence counsel is about to start his cross-examination.
Mr. Jenkins, I believe you're a bus driver.
That's right.
Were you on your way home from work on the night in question?
No, I've been off. I'm bad with me back.
Oh. Well, had you any particular reason to be out on the evening of the 10th of June? An evening when trouble was expected?
Well, like I said, I wanted to do what I could.
Oh, yes, a sort of vigilante patrol. Self-appointed, of course.
Well...
Because, after all, nobody asked you to do that, did they?
No, I suppose not.
Indeed, quite the contrary. Please, would you? Would you read the paragraph marked in green, Mr. Jenkins? Out loud, where it's marked.
Following riots last weekend in Fulchester, police have issued a statement asking the public to stay at home this weekend. Chief Superintendent Peter Lamb said it would make our job much easier if members of the public would keep off the streets.
Is that clear, Mr. Jenkins?
I suppose so.
Were you aware that the Chief Superintendent had said that?
Yeah.
Indeed, I believe there's even a picture of him saying it.
Yeah.
Well, so why did you go out? Surely it's plain that the most helpful thing you could have done was to stay at home.
Well, it depends what you think, doesn't it? I thought it was best.
Oh, you thought you knew better than the Chief Superintendent?
Yes.
Oh. Well. Now, Mr. Jenkins, would you tell the court, please, where your house is in relation to Nuttall Street?
Well, it's one up. Nuttall Street runs up, and then there's Albert Road, then Lawson Street, and then Smith Street.
It's quite near, then.
Oh, yes, no distance at all.
Well, so why didn't you go home when you felt the call of nature?
I was stuck short.
Do you make a habit of relieving yourself in the streets?
No, I don't.
I object to that question. What relevance can that have to this case?
Mr. Rockwell?
Well, what I'm trying to do, Your Honour, is to shed some light on Mr. Jenkins' motives for being in the streets of Fulchester that night, and indeed in that back alley. If he is, in fact, the public-spirited person he presents himself as, then no doubt the members of the jury will place great weight on what he says. If, however, he is not, then I consider that that should be brought to the jury's attention.
Very well, Mr. Rockwell, but I think we've now spent quite enough time up the back alleys of Fulchester.
Very good, Your Honour. Mr. Jenkins, you identified the green plastic bag, Exhibit 3, did you not?
I did.
Is Mr. Blunt a local fishmonger?
Yeah.
Is plastic bags commonplace in the neighbourhood?
Yeah.
Anybody who has ever bought fish from Mr. Blunt could have one, could they?
Yeah, if they bought fish.
Mr. Jenkins, if you saw the accused throw away the green plastic bag containing the loot, as you call it, why didn't you draw the constable's attention to it at the time?
Well, I did, didn't I?
No, Mr. Jenkins, you did not. The constable has given evidence that the bag was found as the result of a routine search. Well, why didn't you tell him where to look if you'd seen it thrown away?
I suppose I didn't remember.
Didn't remember? Oh, come, Mr. Jenkins, a public-spirited person like yourself, someone who's made a citizen's arrest. You can remember what the accused said, but you couldn't remember to point out where he'd put the plastic bag. I wonder why not, Mr. Jenkins.
I don't know why not. I can't remember everything.
No, I suggest you remember what it suits you to remember. I suggest that the reason you didn't remember the whereabouts of the plastic bag is that you didn't, in fact, see it being thrown. I suggest that that story is a little embroidery, an artistic touch to add verisimilitude to your tale. Isn't that so, Mr. Jenkins?
No. Well, I don't know. I can't remember exactly. There was so much going on. I might not have noticed exactly, but it was there.
Of course it was there. And now it's here. But the fact is, Anybody could have dropped that plastic bag in the corner of that alley. Even you yourself, Mr. Jenkins.
But I didn't, he did. I might not have seen him, but I know he did.
You might not have seen him, but you know he did.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jenkins.
You may stand down, Mr. Jenkins.
I call Wilson James.
I swear by Almighty God that the evidence I shall give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
You are Wilson James. You live at 19 Paradise Street, Fulchester?
Yeah.
You live there with your parents?
My mother and her husband.
Your stepfather? Mr. James, have you ever been in trouble with the police before?
I thought they'd been telling you.
No. I mean, have you any previous convictions? Have you ever been in court before?
No. No, I haven't. Never.
Thank you, Mr. James. Now then, I believe you've lived in this neighborhood all your life.
Yeah, most of it.
So you know Mr. Khan's shop well?
Yeah.
And I believe you got on with him well until recently. You used to go around there on errands for your mother, that sort of thing?
Suppose so.
But more recently, the relationship between you has turned rather sour, hasn't it?
Could say that.
When did that happen?
Yeah, well, he did all this extra bit, see? Built on the back, stereo, that kind of thing. I went along like you would. It's a shop, isn't it? That's what shops are for, going into.
What happened when you went in?
You were like a little kid with a new toy. Get off, be careful, don't touch. We just wanted to have a listen to records, but he wouldn't let us. He got pigs on us in the end.
Mr. James, I will not have language like that. Will you please remember you are in a court of law and speak properly?
He called the police to have you removed from his shop.
Right.
Do you know why he did that?
No, we hadn't done no harm. We just wanted to listen. But with some people you can't get it right, not even just listening.
Or looking. Did you and your friends look in the window of Mr. Khan's shop on the afternoon of June the 10th?
Might have done. I don't know when I look in what shop.
Well, Mr. Khan says that you did.
Well, I must have done then.
But did you point out goods and say, I'll have that one?
Might have done. Often do.
You often look in shop windows and point out goods.
Yeah. Looking's as far as we get most of the time. Do you know what it's called? Window shopping. That's what we do, window shopping.
And when you say, I'll have that one, do you do that with the intention of picking out goods to steal them?
No. It's a kind of game. A pretend game. Like what you say you'll do if you win the pools, you know? Like I said, window shopping. Didn't everybody do it?
I rather think they do, Mr. James. Now, Mr. James, do you remember taking part in an identification parade at Fulton Police Station?
Of course I do.
And on that occasion, did Mr. Khan pick you out as someone he'd seen stealing from his shop?
He did. Only I didn't steal, did I? I was nowhere near his stupid shop.
So how do you think he came to recognize you?
Oh, I
It's
object to
obvious,
that
isn't it? He
question,
got his
Your
chance to nobble me.
Mr. James, please do not interrupt when counsel is speaking.
Who's interrupting? He asked me a question.
Mr. James, the prosecuting counsel has a responsibility to object to any question he may consider to be out of order, and until I have ruled on that objection, you must not answer the question. Mr. Creeley, what are the grounds to your objection?
Oh, I see. It's your game, so you make up the rules. You're bound to win, aren't you?
It's not my game at all, Mr. James. I'm not, to use your analogy, playing at all. My position, insofar as this is a game, is rather that of an umpire. I'm here to make sure that the rules are kept, so that each side has a fair chance to make their case. I am not here to take sides, but to see that the law takes its course. I must ask you, therefore, for your own sake, to be silent whilst I perform my task. Now, Mr. Creeley.
Your Honour, I object to the question, Your Honour, on the grounds that my learned friend is simply asking his client to speculate.
I think I rather agree with you, Mr. Creeley.
Your Honour, thank you.
Mr. Rockwell, If you wish to dispute the identification, it seems reasonable that you should wish to show that Mr. Khan had seen your client before. But I do not think you should invite the accused to make suggestions as to Mr. Khan's motives.
Your Honor.
I must ask you, therefore, members of the jury, to ignore Mr. James' comment. Right, Mr. Rockwell.
Mr. James, where were you on the evening of June the 10th?
Community centre.
What were you doing there?
I was DJ for disco for the kids.
And what time did you finish?
It finished at 11, we have to. But I stayed behind to clear up.
You stayed behind to help with the clearing up?
Yeah. Some of it's my gear. I keep it down there, but it's mine. I bought it.
And what time did you leave the community centre?
About 11:30.
Did you leave alone?
No. Me, Seth and Angie went out together.
Ah, yes. Now, I believe that Seth Lambert is the community centre leader and Angie is a friend of yours. She is Miss Angela Simpson, is she not?
Yeah. I call her Angie.
Both these persons will be called to give evidence, Your Honour.
Very good, Mr. Rock.
What time did the three of you split up?
Dunno. Stood on the corner for a bit with Seth. 10 minutes. Then I went to Angie's.
You went home with Angie?
Well, I wouldn't let her go on her own. What'd you take me for? Especially when there's going to be some aggro.
And what time did you leave, Angela?
12:30. I have to leave then because that's when her old man makes her go in.
Were you on foot? Did you walk?
Yeah.
And how long does it take to walk from Angela's home to your home?
Depends how fast I walk.
Yes. At an average speed, at the speed that you walked that evening.
Quarter of an hour.
Mm-hmm. And were you on the direct route from Angela's home to your home when Police Constable Robert Shaw says he first saw you?
I was going home. From Angie's house to my house, straight home. Minding my own business.
Thank you, Mr. James. Now then, when did you first see Police Constable Robert Shaw?
When I came round the corner into Lawson Street, there he was.
Did you recognise him?
Not him. But I knew it, the police. There were cars just by curb, you couldn't miss that. And this bloke standing by it in his uniform. He shouted at me, so I cleared off quick, didn't I?
Well, why did you clear off when you heard the policeman shout? Your way home would have taken you past his car. Surely the obvious thing would have been to see what he wanted.
What, me hang about when there's coppers there? You must be joking.
Do you have any reason to be afraid of the police?
They were looking for trouble, weren't they? Sliding round in their cars. Pick up blokes like me, mate, see what they could pin on him. Well, I didn't want it to be me what copped it, so I cleared off. Not because of what you think. I'm not scared of him. I just don't want him messing me about.
So, if I understand you rightly, you just felt from previous experience that if the police saw you walking about that night, even though you were doing no harm, they'd pick you up for questioning.
Right, you've got it in one. They'd have had me on sus all lined up to land me in it.
And that's why you ran up the alley?
Right. So I could keep out of trouble.
Yes. I see, Mr. James. Now, what happened when you got there?
When I ran round the corner, I heard the police shout, and him, at Jenkins, he shot out and got hold of me.
He did that after he heard the policeman shout?
Yeah, he knew they were there. That's why he caught hold of me. He'd have kept quiet otherwise, wouldn't he?
Were you carrying a bag when you went into that alley?
No, I had nothing.
Exhibit 3, please. Have you ever seen this bag before?
No, I haven't. I don't like fish.
Exhibit 1, please. Have you ever seen these items before?
No, I haven't. What would I want with these? I've got all my own equipment. I only use good stuff.
Thank you, Mr. James.
I believe you're unemployed, Mr. James.
Working for government.
What?
On a dole.
Oh. You've been unemployed long?
Since I left school.
So you've never worked?
No, I haven't. I used to try looking for jobs. Took O levels. Thought I got qualifications. I soon caught on to that, mate. I've got one very big disqualification. What's the point looking for jobs? They don't want the likes of me.
Mr. James, you seem to have something of a chip on your shoulder. About getting work? About the police? Even about his honor, it seems. Might it not be that you are your own worst enemy?
Even though you're paranoid, it don't mean they're not out to get you.
What? Oh, I see. Well, life may be hard, Mr. James, but it's hard for many other people too, and they don't end up by setting their face against society.
Mr. Creeley, is this a general discussion or a court of law, or can anyone join in? I would be grateful if you'd get on with the case.
Sorry, Your Honor. Mr. James, if you've never worked, what do you live on?
I said dull.
That what you bought your superior disco equipment with? The dole?
Yeah. Saved up. Got it second hand.
Oh. Now, Mr. James, we've heard evidence about a cut in your hand. Which hand was it?
Right hand.
And are you right-handed or left-handed?
Right-handed.
So it must have been quite an inconvenience then.
Don't worry, I could still sign on with it.
Police Constable Robert Shaw said that the cut was bleeding freely at the time of your arrest. Is that true?
Must be if he says so.
So it was freshly done that evening?
Must have been.
On the back of the hand, too. Rather an unusual place, isn't it? I'd like you to think hard, Mr. James. How did you come to cut your hand?
On a wall.
On a wall?
That's what I said.
Would you like to explain to the court how you came to cut your hand on a wall?
Well, I were climbing over it. Out at the park, if you must know. And so we've been for our walk, me and Angie. And I cut my hand on a brick.
The back of your hand?
Yeah. I were helping Angie. Being gentlemen.
You cut your hand on a brick badly enough for it to bleed?
Well, on some glass.
Ah!
There used to be glass on top of the wall, jutting up along the edge, in cement. The kids have got rid of most of it, chipped it out. Give them something to do. They must have missed a bit. It was just my luck I put my hand on it, wasn't it?
Yes, wasn't it? Now, Mr. James, if we might move on. How long did you say it took to walk from Angela's house to your house?
Quarter of an hour.
So, how was it that you hadn't arrived home a good half hour after you'd left her?
I walked slowly.
So slowly that it leaves a full 15 minutes unaccounted for?
I wasn't in a hurry to get home.
Why not? It was late, wasn't it?
It was Friday. On a Friday, he stops up.
He?
Frank.
I'm sorry, Frank.
Me mum's... my stepfather.
Ah.
I didn't want to talk to him. But I didn't want to go to bed early either, because I don't like going to bed early. You know why not? Because I don't like getting up early. You know why not? Because why should I? Because there's nothing to get up for, is there?
No work. Well, I'm sure we can all sympathise with that, Mr. James. But if it is really the case, as you are trying to suggest, that all you were doing on that evening was strolling home rather slowly but quite harmlessly in order to delay going to bed, why did you feel so guilty about it? So guilty that when you turned a corner and saw a police car, you immediately turned tail and ran away. No, Mr. James, I put it to you that that last 15 minutes was not spent quite as harmlessly as you would have us believe, but that you used that time under cover of the general lawlessness of that night to take what you could and what you would from Mr. Khan's shop window.
If I might get a word in, Mr. Creeley.
Your Honour.
I was beginning to wonder if this was your closing speech.
I'm sorry, Your Honour.
And if you just stick to the cross-examination, if you please.
Certainly, Your Honour. Mr. James, I put it to you that it was the fact that you were in possession of stolen goods that made you turn tail and run away when you were confronted by P.C. Robertshaw.
You would think that, wouldn't you?
Oh, no. I merely leave it for the jury to decide.
I knew I'd be guilty, just for being there.
I have no further questions, Your Honour.
I call Wilma Smith.
I swear by Almighty God that the evidence I shall give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Are you Mrs. Wilmer Smith, and do you live at 19 Paradise Street?
I do.
I believe that this young man is your eldest son, and that for several years you brought him up on your own.
From 4 years old. When he was a baby, he was in Barbados with my mother. She didn't want to lose both of us, but I saved up and I sent for him. He's been with me since he was 4 years old.
And from that time until you married again, when he was, 15 years old, you and he have lived together on your own.
Yes.
And in all that time, was he a good boy?
Oh, no one better. He was always a good boy. He always did well at school. He's got his O-levels, you know. Most often he was top of the class. He knew all the texts out of the Holy Bible.
Your family are committed churchgoers, aren't they, Mrs. Smith?
Yes. I'm an elder of the church. Wilson went to Sunday school very regular. He even used to teach one of the classes. He's a good Christian boy. I never thought I'd see him standing in a place like this. What's he doing standing here?
Well, unfortunately, Mrs. Smith, he is standing here because there are those who would question his honesty. Have you ever had cause to question his honesty?
No. Even when he was a little boy and he did me shopping for me, he always would bring back the change. And now when I'm tired from my work, he still does me shopping for me.
Mm-hmm. Mrs. Smith, do you clean Wilson's bedroom yourself?
Yes, I do. Of course I do.
Have you ever found anything in his bedroom of a suspicious nature?
Well, you're not so tidy.
No, I mean, any goods that might have been stolen, any new possessions you couldn't account for.
Oh, no. Nothing like that.
Usher, will you please show the witness Exhibit 3? Have you ever seen that bag before?
No.
It's rather distinctive, isn't it? So you would recognize it if you had seen it.
I've never been to that shop. We don't like fish.
Knowing your son as you do, bringing him up from a small child, living together under the same roof, can you believe that he somehow acquired that plastic bag and used it to transport goods stolen from Mr. Khan's shop?
He didn't do it. He wouldn't do it. When the police came to my house, when they brought him home, it was terrible. I was so ashamed. I never thought that could happen to me. I didn't believe it. I don't believe it. My son shouldn't be here.
Thank you, Mrs. Smith. That'll be all.
Oh.
A moment, Mrs. Smith. I think this might be a good time to adjourn until tomorrow morning, if that's acceptable to you both.
Certainly, Your Honor.
I must ask you, members of the jury, not to discuss this case amongst yourselves or with anyone else. We start again tomorrow morning at 10:30 sharp. Please be on time. Thank you.
All stand.
The case of the Queen versus James will be concluded tomorrow in the Crown Court. The case you're about to see and the characters portrayed are fictional, but the procedure is legally accurate. The characters are played by actors, and the jury who will decide the verdict is selected from members of the public. This is the third day of the trial of Wilson James on a charge of causing willful damage to the shop of Mr. Nazim Khan and stealing goods from the window. The prosecution have already presented their case. The defense have called Wilson James himself and his mother, Wilmer Smith. She is just given evidence in support of her son's good character and is about to be cross-examined by the prosecuting counsel.
It's very heartening, Mrs. Smith, to hear of such a close family as yours.
Yes, thank you.
But of course, I suppose a mother who has lived alone for some years with an only son is bound to get close.
Yes.
And to stand by him no matter what.
Yes. No, I mean, sir, I swore on the Holy Bible to tell the truth. I wouldn't tell a lie.
No, of course not. And perfectly right, too. Now, Mrs. Smith, I understand that you have a new husband and another son. But how did your elder son, Wilson, get on with his stepfather?
We're a good family, close.
Your son is happy at home?
Of course he is.
Can you explain then why he told the court that he did not like coming home at night?
That's not true. He does come home.
But at what time, Mrs. Smith?
Oh, I don't know what time. I go to bed early. I clean offices. I have to go out to work at 4 o'clock in the morning. I can't stay up for him. Besides, he's a big boy.
So you're in bed when he comes in at night, and then you're off to work in the morning. How then is it that you're as familiar with your son's habits as you say you are?
I didn't say that.
Oh. Well, perhaps that's as well. Certainly you seem to have a rather rosy view of his relationship with your husband. Wishful thinking, perhaps.
They get on all right. There isn't any trouble.
In that case, Mrs. Smith, can you explain to the court why your son should say that he took his time coming home on the night of June the 10th in order to avoid talking to his stepfather?
I don't know.
You see, you can't both be telling the truth. Either you are not, or he is not. Maybe that out of a natural desire to help your son, you're prettying up your account of him and relationships within the home. Or, and this is equally possible, that you are, as you have sworn, telling the whole truth. In which case, your son's story, his excuse about why he took so long coming home that night of the 10th of June, must fall. Don't you think so, Mrs. Smith?
I don't know.
Do you wish to re-examine Mr. Rockwell?
Thank you, Your Honor. Mrs. Smith, this must be an ordeal for you.
Yes.
But it's perfectly simple, really. Would you say, in general, that your son Wilson and your husband get on?
Yes, I would.
Do they ever, as adolescent boys and their parents do, fall out?
Yes.
Are these arguments serious?
No.
In general, Mrs. Smith, how would you describe your son?
Wilson is a good boy. A good son. He does his best.
Thank you, Mrs. Smith. Thank you. I call Angela Simpson. You are Angela Simpson of 14 Marriott Street, Fulton. You were employed as a hairdressing improver. And you are 17 years old. Is that right?
You got it all right.
Oh. Now, how long have you known Mr. James?
Well, it depends what you mean by known, doesn't it? I've seen him about for ages when he was at school. But if you mean going together, a year.
Oh, well, thank you, Miss Simpson. I mean known well, so I suppose that is going together. Were you out together on the evening of June the 10th?
That's right. We went down the club.
And what was going on there that night?
A disco. Will was running it. He's a regular DJ. He does other gigs as well, but he always does the club. He's dead good.
Oh, I'm sure he is. Now, Miss Simpson, did you and my client leave the club together?
Yes.
What time?
About 11:30. We went out with Seth and stood on the corner for quite a long time talking about what was going to happen.
What do you mean, what was going to happen?
Well, Trouble, you know. What papers call writing. It'd been going round there was going to be something doing in the precinct. Well, they were right, weren't they? There was, wasn't there?
Oh, yes, there was.
Will wanted to go and see. Well, it's news, isn't it? It's exciting in a way. But Seth did his big daddy bit all about keeping out of trouble.
But Seth dissuaded you from going to the scene of the trouble, did he?
He said he'd be asking for it. The police had only to clap eyes on Will anywhere near and they'd pick him up just for living. Of course, that made Will say go just to be awkward.
Did he go?
No, I persuaded him to come home with me instead.
He went home with you?
That's right.
And what time did you get there?
It was about 12:25.
12:25, yes. And what time did you leave Mr. Lambert?
11:30.
Uh-huh. So, did you go a long way round? Or?
Well, we didn't go straight home, did we?
Well, evidently not. Where did you go?
In the park.
Oh, I see. You went for a walk.
You can call it that if you like.
Well, yes. And you and Wilson James were together the whole time?
Of course we were.
And where did you go?
Like I said, in the park for our walk.
Is the park open at that time of night?
No, they locked the gates.
Well, how did you get in?
We're climbing and out. Will knows this place in the wall where the kids are chips and bricks out. You know, like footholes.
Did you climb out that night?
We always do. Well, everybody does. I don't know why they bother to lock up.
And when you climbed out that night, did anything in particular happen?
No.
Well, now think carefully, Miss Simpson. It's important. Was your climb out of the park that night quite uneventful?
Well, I slipped a bit. I had my high heels on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Will cut his hand when I slipped.
He cut his hand when you slipped. What, when you were climbing over the wall?
That's right, he cut it on the wall.
He cut it on the wall. Yes. So, what time did you and Wilson James part?
12:30.
You're sure of that?
Of course I'm sure. We heard the clock strike. I said to him it was just like being Cinderella. My dad's strict, you see. He's a bit old-fashioned. And Will tried to get me to stay out for a bit, but we'd already said goodnight, really, hadn't we? So thought I might as well go in. There's no point in asking for trouble.
Did Wilson James give any indication of what he intended to do after he left you?
Go home, of course.
Did he say so?
He said, oh, well then, back to where it's all happening. Me mum and dad asleep in bed and him asleep in front of the telly. Where else would that be but at home?
Yes. Thank you, Miss Simpson.
Miss Simpson, did you say that Mr. Lambert tried to dissuade the accused from going to the precinct that evening?
He said he'd be asking for trouble and he was right.
Oh, indeed he was. The surprising fact is that Wilson James wanted to go where there would be trouble in the first place, don't you think?
Well, it was all round, you know. There was going to be something going on.
All round, was it? Where was it all round? On the kind of undercover network?
People were talking, that's all.
Yet James, who has been presented to us by his mother as a kind of, well, almost a saintly kind of person, wanted to go where he thought there would be trouble.
Really, Your Honour?
Yes, I don't think we should employ sarcasm at the expense of witnesses who have stood down, Mr.
Very good, Your Honour. Now, you were telling us, Miss Simpson, that Wilson James expressed a desire that evening to go out and look for trouble.
I wouldn't put it like that. He just wanted to go and have a look as all. See what was going on, wouldn't you?
But you and Mr. Lambert tried to dissuade him.
Well, I did. We hadn't much time and I didn't want to spend it in the flipping precinct.
Oh? What did you want to do?
Well, what do you think?
Well, after you had finished saying goodnight, you left the accused, am I right in saying, at 12:30?
Yes, it was 12:30.
Now then, would the direct route between your house and his take him past Mr. Khan's shop?
It could do. It depends which way he went.
No. Now, Miss Simpson, the accused has said in evidence that he took the direct route that
Yes.
night.
But like I said, there's lots of ways. It's like a rabbit warren down there.
Yes, so if he had walked at a fast, no, let us say a moderate pace, what time would he have passed Mr. Khan's shop?
Well, I don't know.
Well, think, Miss Simpson.
It's about 1:45 or 10:10, I suppose.
Between 1:15 and 10 to 1 o'clock.
Or something like that.
Something like that. Exactly the time that both Mr. Khan and police records have shown the offence was committed.
If you say so.
Not only I say so, Miss Simpson. Thank you.
I call Seth Lambert. You are Mr. Seth Lambert, community worker in Fulchester. How long have you been a community worker?
5, 6 years now.
And you're qualified for that work?
Of course. I did a postgraduate diploma for it 7 years ago. I was a teacher before that, but then teaching began to seem more and more irrelevant. You got to the kids too late, like closing the stable door after the horse had gone.
Now, Mr. Lambert, how long have you known Wilson James?
Ever since I came here. In fact, he was one of the very first people I got to know. One of my jobs was to organize a youth club. There was one when I came, but it was all run by an elite. I wanted to make it belong to the kids more. And one of the problems of young people is the feeling that they are utterly powerless. So it seems important to give them power, at least in their own organization. Will was one of the first people on the new committee. In fact, the youngest we had.
Did you find him a responsible and helpful person?
Yes, very. He's a bright lad. There's a lot of potential there. It's so wrong it can't be used. What the hell are we doing running a system that educates people on terms of achievement and then won't use whole categories of them?
Mr. Lambert, this is not a political meeting.
Isn't it? Do you really think this case here has nothing to do with politics? Why else do you think Wilson's standing in that dock? He's here because he's a natural scapegoat.
Oh? You seem rather hostile towards society, Mr. Lambert. Is this the sort of thing you talk about with the young people in your charge?
Not in the way you mean, sir. I don't incite them to behave antisocially, if that's what you're getting at.
Well, we seem to be going round in circles with this witness. Do you think we might move on, Mr. Rockwell?
Your Honour. Mr. Lambert, on the evening of June the 10th, I believe you spent most of that evening with my client?
That's right. He doesn't come into the club anymore, but he'll do the discourse for us.
And what time was it when you last saw him?
About 11:30. He was going to walk Angela home.
And do you know what his attitude was on that evening?
Yes, we talked about it a lot. In some ways, he was pleased that people were beginning to make themselves heard at last.
Make themselves heard?
What is popularly known as rioting. If you don't have any access to the media, if you don't have the words with which to express yourself, how else do you put your point of view? In these circumstances, throwing a few bricks is a means of saying, hey, look at me, pay attention to my plight.
Are you saying you condone violence?
No, I don't. But I understand it. I didn't say he wanted to throw bricks, just that he understood what it meant.
Do you have any reason to suppose that my client wanted to take part in this rioting?
I'm sure he didn't. He knew that would be asking for trouble.
Was that the view he expressed in conversation with you that evening?
That's right.
Can you believe that my client would take advantage of civil disturbances to steal?
Never. Not from anyone. Not from Mr. Khan.
Have you yourself in the past ever entrusted him with money?
Yes, he handles the money from the discos and the Old Persons Welfare Club.
Has he proved trustworthy?
Every time. He's got his problems, but he's not dishonest. Absolutely not. I'm sure of that.
Mr. Lambert, the accused seems increasingly to be presented as something of a Jekyll and Hyde character. Wouldn't you agree?
I don't know what you mean.
Well, I'll explain. Some of the time we hear tell of him as this honest, upright do-gooder. And some of the time we hear of him and see him as a rebel against society, a rebel without a cause.
Well, I wouldn't say without a cause.
But a rebel. Wouldn't you agree?
Well, what do you expect when people...
I don't think we need another political harangue, Mr. Lambert. I'm just putting it to you that you only know one side of this Jekyll and Hyde character.
I've known him for 6 years.
Since he was a young lad, yes. But more recently, he seems to have changed, doesn't he? I mean, you have said yourself that he's left the youth club. Certainly he's left school. He seems almost to have left home from the little his mother sees of him. He seems to have lost what we might call a normal place in the world. Dropped out, isn't that it? And I'm wondering, you see, Mr. Lambert, how much of him you still know?
I know him well. I know he didn't do it. It is not his character.
Not in that part of his character he presents to you. But for the rest, we have heard about him causing trouble in Mr. Khan's shop. Trouble bad enough for Mr. Khan to have to call the police. Now, what do you say about that, Mr. Lambert?
Do you know how it is around here? Do you understand the social conditions?
Really, Mr. Lambert, just answer the question.
I will do. To do that, I must first explain how it is for Mr. Khan and for Wilson James.
You must? Why must you?
But that is the only way I can answer the question.
In that case, please be as succinct as possible.
Mr. Khan is uprooted, dispossessed. He comes to this country, he builds up a business. He expands it. Then just as he expands, there is a recession. The business doesn't do too well, so he is anxious. What does he do? He looks for a scapegoat. Meanwhile, we have Wilson, educated for a job which is not there, bored, idle, trying to pass the time. A ready-made scapegoat. That is where you get the clash. They are both set up for trouble, so they take it out on each other. They are not the right target, but that is what happens.
But what has this got to do with the case before us?
I think, Your Honor, the situation is one that is likely to cause aggravation, that tempers sometimes run short. What happened in Mr. Khan's shop is like a quarrel in a family. That is a different matter from stealing.
Mr. Creeley?
Your Honor. So, by this explanation, you're trying to persuade the jury that Wilson James's hooliganism isn't his fault. Is that it?
I didn't say he was a hooligan.
Oh, I see. Then let us use your word. What was it? Aggravation? Mr. Khan has given evidence that both he and his wife have been deeply distressed by Wilson James's behavior in their shop. Now, what would you call that?
Like I said, a family row.
I see. Well, we'll have to leave the jury to make up their minds about that. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, this is a case that depends on evidence. It must be decided on facts, and the facts are these. We have heard of a long-standing grievance between Mr. Khan and Wilson James. We have heard of Wilson James being seen looking into Mr. Khan's shop window and picking out items he would like to have. When confronted by P.C. Robert Shaw in the vicinity of the crime, Wilson James turned tail and ran away, the action you might well think of a guilty man. And last, but not least, the stolen goods were found in the alley at the entrance to the alley of Nuttall Street, exactly where Wilson James would have dropped them if he'd been wanting to get rid of the evidence. If he didn't drop them there, who did? There's been a suggestion made by the defense that Wilson James had an alibi, that he was with Miss Simpson until so late that night that he could not have had time to commit the crime. But ladies and gentlemen of the jury, how long does it take to break a window? An instant. Smash, grab. No. I suggest there was plenty of time for Wilson James not only to have stolen the goods, but got safely home, which was his intention. But unfortunately for him, the police had been alerted and were in the neighborhood that night, doing their duty, and successfully apprehended him. What happens to him now will be a mark of your sense of duty, of your vigilance and public spiritedness. I suggest to you that when you have considered the facts, considered the evidence, you will have no alternative but to bring in a verdict of guilty.
Members of the jury, my learned friend has asked that you should consider the facts. But what do these facts boil down to? They boil down, I maintain, to whom do we believe? Look at my client, ladies and gentlemen. It'd be very easy not to believe him. And yet we've had witnesses in this court who tell us that he is indeed to be believed. Naturally, we'd like to believe the police and the so-called respectable members of society. But as anybody who reads the newspaper knows, such people do not always speak the truth. Sometimes, as we have heard in this court, they have their own axe to grind. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I must ask you to weigh the evidence very carefully. Decide who to believe. Give my client, as in justice you must, the benefit of the doubt, and find him innocent.
Last but not least, members of the jury, I would say this to you. Do not be affected by prejudice and hearsay. The law is here as much to protect the weak as to convict the guilty. Clear your minds of any preconceptions and consider only what you have seen and heard in this court. Now, will you please retire, select a foreman to speak for you, and consider your verdict.
Members of the jury, will your foreman please stand? Just answer the question I'm about to ask you by saying yes or no. Have you reached a verdict by which you're all agreed?
Yes.
On the first count on the indictment of causing criminal damage, did you find the defendant guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
And is that the verdict of you all?
It is.
On the second count of the indictment of burglary and theft, do you find the defendant guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
And is that the verdict of you all?
It is.